welcome to another episode of the TOD show, and I am your host, Abayomi Oduola, and I have on set with me today an industrious, resourceful man of God. I mean, it's not easy to have a man of God in Nigeria, who is also into different businesses. I mean, he doesn't just rely on church and all of that. He is hardworking and very resourceful. I have on set with me in the studio today, Pastor Okonkwo. Good afternoon, Pastor Okonkwo.
Hi, good afternoon.
It's a pleasure to have you on set with me, and
Thank
I'm
you.
so delighted to have you here.
Thank you.
Sir, can we meet you?
Okay, my name is Chijioke Okonkwo, known as PCJ. I'm first a pastor and an entrepreneur.
Wow.
I run a real estate industry. I also have oil and gas company, a oil servicing company, and I'm also a trader.
Wow. What kind of trading, sir? Forest?
Yeah, I do forest
Oh,
trading.
okay, forex trading.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, nice. Okay, so sir, I would like to ask a few questions back to a few years ago. What actually led you to answering the call of God and being a pastor?
I never wanted to be a pastor. I've always wanted to be a business person. You know, my growing up experience, my mother used to be a mini shop trader,
Okay.
and my father a farmer, and also a factory worker. So I think that is when I got the passion to be an entrepreneur. And along the line, I got arrested by God. You know, when things were very difficult for me. You know, and I had that call that I have to serve him, and if I don't serve him, nothing will work for me.
Wow.
So the pastor I had as a friend, then I related my experience to him in dream, my encounter with him in dream, and he said, in my own interest, I need to serve God. So that was how I got into ministry.
Oh, okay. So that's what actually led you to that.
Yeah, to become a
Okay, so
pastor.
sir, being a pastor currently and then having to run a business by the side, how does it feel? How are you being able to manage both?
Yeah, I'm able to manage both in the sense that I have people who are dedicated to run the businesses, while I will just oversee them. So I'm not directly involved in the business sphere like that. I have people who capable hands who who are running these businesses, and they do report for me every day. And occasionally, once in a while, I go to see what they're doing and how we can make amendments to grow the business.
Wow. Okay, so sir, I would like you to make emphasis on the forex trading, because I usually hear people saying forex trading. I don't really know much about it. Can you shed more light on it, sir?
Okay, the forest industry is something I dabbled into somehow when we had issues in raising funds in running our projects. So there was this project we got, a mega project to build an hostel facility for university,
Okay.
and it runs into billions.
Wow.
So we tried to get the banks involved, and the bank, of course, you know how our bank industry works in Nigeria. You know, you have to give them a lot of referrals, and in the quest to be able to get funds to run that project, I ran into the forest space. And unfortunately, I was duped. You know, it was a lot of scam out there, and I decided to go further to really know what's actually obtaining me in that space, and my findings were very shocking. You know, the forest industry, it's the capital market generally. The forest is just one of the capital market. Yeah, the forest space have about $7 trillion turnover every 24 hours.
Wow.
That is bigger than any country in the world. Now, the stock market is about $4 trillion turnover every 24 hours. Now, there's also the commodity market. I mean, the gold, the silver, the corn you eat, the wheat you eat, the crude oil, the commodity market. That one is about $9 trillion turnover every 24 hours. That is how big that industry is. Now, I was able to go deeper into that space, and I discovered that you can make conservatively I mean, I repeat again, conservatively 2% of your equity every day. Now, the catch is, it's not about making just the 2%. If you compound that figure, in a month, you are doing virtually 60-70% of your equity every month. Now, if you compound that for 4 months or 5 months, $100 in 4 or 5 months will be giving you not less than $100,000. Yeah.
That's in the space of 30 days.
In the space of 4 or 5 months, compounding that capital.
Oh, okay.
Now, that is the catch, the compounding, I can't remember who said the compounding is the 8 wonders of the world. So if you compound your fund with $100, you'll be shocked what you will be able to come up with. Now, for you to have an idea, the banking industry, if you make an investment in the bank, they'll tell you they will give you about 12% per annum. And recently they have this microfinance bank that if you put in money, if you invest money with them, you possibly have return on your investment in 5% per month.
The ROI.
Yeah, ROI. Now, in the forex space, if you do your thing, I'm not saying to invest. You do your thing by yourself, because I will never recommend anyone to put your money in the hands of all of these guys who promise you heaven and earth, agents and all that. Of course, you will fall victims. It's a liquid market, and even a madman knows how to spend money. So why would they pay you when they know they can run away with your money? So I always advise people, don't ever put money or invest your money with any agent. You can do it yourself. Just you need to know who is a master in that industry, in that space, and you learn how to grow your way into financial freedom in that space.
Wow. So you mentioned something earlier that people can actually trade with gold, commodity.
Yeah.
Okay, so sir, can you shed more light on that? So I can actually go into forex trading now without having physical cash.
No, you possibly need as low as $10 to go into that space.
Okay.
Just like the Nigerian stock market, you can buy any of these shares in Nigeria, like you buy Dangote, you buy Zenith Bank, whatever shares. Now, the capital market I'm talking about is the American capital market.
Okay.
The international capital market, where there's a platform where you come in, you study the field. Now, what runs that space is the news. Take for instance, there's a war in Ukraine, right?
Yes.
And what is the war is against Ukraine and Russia. Now you look at that space. What do Ukraine produce, or what effect do they have in that space? Now the pipeline runs through Ukraine to the Western Europe, right? Now, since there's war, of course, there's going to be a disruption in the flow of gas. So what's going to happen? When there's shortage in supply, what happens? The oil prices goes up. So now what happens is you buy when it's low and you sell when it's high. Wow. So what runs that space is the news. They call it fundamental. Now, for example, the Russia have about 25% of production of oil in the whole world.
Sure.
Now, since the war, Russia have not been able to trade their crude oil to the world. So what happens? There's a shortage in that space. So it's also an opportunity to to make money. So you buy low and you sell high. There's a platform generally. If you go to the internet, there's a whole lot of information where you can trade. But most importantly, there are professional traders who offer signals, so you can start making money while you are learning. There are some kind of mentorship program where you can enroll. Some of them are even free, that you can enroll. They give you signals, you trade those signals, and you start making money. It's as easy as ABC.
So the person will know the right time to trade and the right commodities to trade also.
That is why you need to enroll with a mentorship program where they give you they have a ABC process to onboard you fully into the industry. And I'll tell you, it's very easy. Anyone that can press phone can do it.
Wow. So all you just need to start forex trading is your phone, internet and electricity to charge the phone.
That's all.
Wow. I never knew this Not simple, but this is straightforward and direct.
Like I said, there's a lot of scam out there. But if you know who to talk
To
and
mentor
to
you.
mentor you and to onboard you into that space, is very easy. One other thing people suffer in that space is the greed
Okay.
factor. Now, one of the things I came up with, if I have a target for the day. If I'm able to do 5% in a day, 5%, like I said, 5%, that is almost what a bank would pay you in a month. Or you can do that in a day.
24 hours.
No, within 2 hours.
Wow,
Sometimes
really?
even within 2 minutes, you can do 5% a day, conservatively, like I said. Now, one of the issues people have in that space is the greed factor. Now, to some people who say, wow, if I can do 5% today, that means I can also do 100% in a day. That means you're gambling and you will lose your money. So a lot of people lose money in that space. Why? Because they are not able to control their greed factor.
The human nature will always want to come up.
More, you want more, and then you get into trouble.
I would like to go deeper into the challenges attached to forex trading. But before that, we are going on a short break. Wow, that's an awesome session with Pastor Okonkwo. He has shed so much light on forex trading, and I can't wait to come back to discuss the challenges attached with forex trading. Kindly stay tuned. Thank you.
Hello lovelies, my name is JK. I am the host of the TLIG Review Show on TLIG Africa TV. What is the TLIG Review Show? On the TLIG Review Show, we bring your brand to the world's table and we expose our audience to the best brands, products and services in the world. Do you have a product that is useful to humanity and you'd like to reach more customers? Or are you rendering a service that stands out and you'd like to make more money from it? The TLIG Review Show will give your brand the visibility that it needs. Join us on the TLIG Africa TV every week as we bring you amazing episodes. For adverts and sponsorship, please call the numbers showing on your screen. Thank you.
When you're looking for a show that is exciting, inspiring, and uncensored, stop right here. This is where you meet your favorite celebrities in an uncensored manner. My name is Kehinde Ajose and I'm the host of Celebrity Uncensored on TLIG Africa TV. Join me every week for fresh episodes of Celebrity Uncensored on TLIG Africa TV. Don't miss it.
Life is not always perfect. Like a road, it has many bends, ups and downs, but therein lies its beauty. The BRR show is the business, relationship, and real life issue show. We will be giving entrepreneurs and business owners the opportunity to learn more about business and be good in their businesses. And of course, we'll be giving tips on relationships and how to manage real life issues on the show. Join us every week on TLIG Africa TV as we bring you amazing episodes. For adverts and sponsorship, please call the numbers on your screen. Thank you.
Welcome back from the break, and I still have on set with me Pastor Okonkwo, and we are still discussing about forex trading. Pastor Okonkwo, thank you for shedding more light on forex trading, and I'm also interested right now.
Okay, I'll be careful really because I know a lot of young people who want to quickly come into that space. Well, like I said, you have to be very, very careful. Have a target. In that space can give you whatever you're looking for. But a lot of people who come into that space want to make it overnight. Like, of course, I also fell a victim of greed. Like you want to make the money like today, tomorrow. Now, let me give you an instance. You spend 4 years to graduate university, right?
Yes, sir.
And another 3-4 years to become a professional, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, when people come into this space, they want to become a professional trader in just 1 month. You know, so so why that is how a lot of them run into trouble. You know, so but over time, okay, let me give you statistics. 95% of people who come into that space lose their money. 95%. That is
95.
massive. 95%.
In the first month
In the first
or
3
their
months.
first, oh,
In the first
okay.
3 months, 95% of people who come into that space lose their money. Why? Because they don't want to be mentored. They don't want to go through the process.
The
Now,
patience.
the patience. No, there's this patience. You have to have patience with yourself. Like I said, making 5% a day is outrageous. If you do that in 1 month, you are possibly getting like average of 50%.
Yes,
That is massive. There's no financial institution that will be able to give you that. Now, we're talking about what you are doing every day. So you first have to have a target.
Okay.
Once you hit your target and you're done in the market, there's nothing you're doing back in the market. Once you hit your target of 5%, and most importantly, you can do it passively. Like get a signal, you copy, and you paste, and you're done. Just close your phone and you go to work. You can do whatever you're doing while you're trading passively.
Wow. So I have this question.
Okay.
So if I want to start forex trading now, how many hours do I need to dedicate in a day?
If
1
you
hour,
dedicate
2
1
hours?
hour every day, in a month, that is 30 hours. That's a lot. So it's just about, phasing it out, taking it one step at a time.
So I don't have to spend like 5 hours
No,
with my
no,
phone,
no,
pressing my phone.
Now,
and
the most profitable traders are not the most skillful traders.
the most profitable traders are not the most
Most skillful traders. All we want, what you want in that space is to be profitable, not to have skill. Now, what do you need to be profitable? They are professional signal providers.
Okay.
They give you signals, you copy, you paste, and you make your quota for the day, you're done.
The signal providers, sir, are they free or you have to
Yeah,
pay?
there are a lot of free signal providers on
Really?
the Telegram, on YouTube.
So once they give you the signal, you just do copy
you
and paste,
copy and
and
paste,
that's
and
it.
that's all. That's all. That's
Wow.
all. You're
So
done.
okay, sir. Lastly, what are the challenges involved in forex trading, sir?
Challenging is your greed appetite.
Okay.
Every human being has this greed. You want more, you want more, and your risk management. What are the risk management? For example, you're coming into that space with $100.
Okay.
Now, your risk management is you are advised to trade with just 2% of that equity. That means
2%.
you are trading, you have $100, but you're trading with $2.
$2.
Now, a lot of people come into that space and they want to trade with $50. So you run into trouble. And mind you, if your $2 can give you $5, you're coming into the market with $2, it can give you $5, it can even give you $10, depending
what
on the kind of
space?
trade. In the space of, it can happen in less than 2 minutes, it can happen in 4 hours, it can happen in 10 hours.
What's the
depending.
longest period that this can happen?
It can
Days?
take the whole year. It depends on the kind of trader you want to be. There are people who trade, they just pick a trade and they leave it for the whole year. And the people who pick a trade and they just they just take it for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and they're done. Like this morning, I just traded for just 5 minutes and I'm done.
Wow, 5 minutes and that's it.
I've hit my quota for the day.
Oh, awesome. I can see the old smile on your face already.
Yeah.
Wow, so you don't have to spend hours.
You don't need to.
Wow, that's awesome.
Depending on what you're looking for, a lot of people want to become a professional trader. I actually spend time to become a professional trader. I am a professional trader.
Wow.
Now, well, I don't recommend people who people who have other jobs, other
Okay.
vocation to want to dedicate their time in learning how to do charting, time frames, and all that. So I recommend just take a signal, copy, make money while you're learning in the process.
So it's going to be a passive source of income
A
for
passive
them.
source of income, yeah.
Oh, okay. So, sir, back to the ministry work. How has it been over the years?
Oh, ministry, God has been faithful. I'm actually called to more of a youth ministry. We have a lot of young people in Nigeria, young professionals who are frustrated. Frustrated like they don't have the kind of job they desire to have. And unfortunately in Nigeria, our universities are not producing entrepreneurs. They are producing just people who just went to school to learn theory, and they are back into the market space frustrated. So God has helped us over these years. We're able to give them direction, for them to first believe in themselves. A lot of youth don't believe in themselves. So we're working more on their mind. for them to get to believe in themselves and believe in the system, and of course believe in our country, Nigeria. People who travel abroad to Japa, the thing that is running everywhere, everyone wants to Japa. Well, I'm not against traveling because I've once traveled too. Now the question, what comes to mind is, why are you actually traveling? Are you traveling to make money, or are you traveling to become a professional? So it comes to we need to set those priorities right, the positioning. A lot of people are traveling there to make money, but we can be in Nigeria and make money.
True.
You can be in Nigeria and make money. So if your reason why you're traveling is to make money, I think it's a misplaced priority. But if you're traveling just to become a professional, expand your vision, and come back home to develop our dear Nigeria, then I think you're in the right position.
I am of the same opinion as well, sir, that people should travel for the right reasons.
Okay.
Not just to follow the crowd and, okay, everybody wants to Japa. Okay, so in the church space, how do you manage the youths and some of their excesses?
Okay. Over the years, in this generation, we are dealing with youths who are well attracted to results.
True.
A lot of youths want to see results. Okay, tell me the reason why I need to come to church. What is God going to give to me? In those days, it used to be people taking to the church, but these days, people go to the church to take from the church. So we need to come up with a kind of a solution where it's not just about God raising spiritual, relevant youths, but we also need to balance it. Like, is it spiritual and also relevant in the market space? So over the years, God has helped us. And one of the tools we are putting in their hands is these forest tools. Like, okay, you see a young man who is a musician, but he lacks funds to push his passion and dream. So he comes into that forest space, make whatever money he needs to make from that to fund his dreams and passion.
Okay.
And God has helped us over the years. We've been having a lot of results.
That's interesting. Okay, so what are the challenges that you face as a pastor?
The challenges I face as a pastor, I won't say it's a challenge because it's a call, it's a vocation. It's what we're called to do. A lot of people come, they need attention. Your phone is ringing all over the day, midnight, in the day. So it's something I love doing. It's a call. It's a call.
So you've been able to manage it.
I was able to manage it. It's something that I enjoy doing. It's a call. It's not something you're forcing yourself to do. So when people stop calling you, then there's a problem.
True.
So, but when people keep calling you, that means you're relevant. So I personally myself, I don't think it's a challenge. It's something I love doing, and thank God, God has been faithful over the years. God has been faithful.
So you feel so much joy doing it?
As I said, it's a call.
It's a call.
It's a call.
Okay, so sir, at any point, has there been any time that you felt down in spirit that am I on the right track? Have you been on any occasion?
Oh well, the Bible said, it's a spiritual world. It's not the way it is out there. Even when you feel down, the Bible said, encourage yourself in the Lord. So in this kingdom, there's never a downtime. Even the Bible said, he said, rejoice not over me when I fall. He said, I will rise up again. So I won't tell you, there are pressures, but we will not bow to pressure.
As a child of God, there will be
pressure,
but
there will only be pressures, but
we're
not called to fail. We're not called to lack. We're not called to be a beggar. We are called to give direction. They say we are the light of the world. And a city on a hill can never be hidden. So that is our call. That is our identity. It's a lifestyle. So people who are the mirror to the society. So I would say challenges are actually the things that makes us better.
I like that. Challenges makes us
Yeah.
better. Okay, sir, so can you take us a little bit into your personal life, apart from the pastoral and the entrepreneurial part? What else do you do for fun?
My personal life, I've always been a very conservative person.
Okay.
Very, very conservative. I just recently now begin to come into limelight. I love reading.
Okay.
I love to travel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many countries have you been to? I need to know.
Oh, I've been more than 20 countries now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Really?
I've been around.
Can you mention a few of them?
Okay, let's start
The
from Africa.
interesting ones.
Okay, I've been to Australia, I've been to Japan,
Wow.
been to Singapore, Malaysia, Bangkok, South Africa,
Nice.
France, Spain, Bahamas,
No doubt you love
Argentina.
to travel. Did you go to watch ball?
Brazil.
Okay.
I've actually traveled.
Wow.
and I
So
love traveling.
that's nice. You passed that already.
Yeah.
So aside from traveling and reading, what other things do you enjoy to do?
Study the word.
Hmm.
I love to read my Bible. And I love to make money too.
Yeah, so I think people from the eastern part of the country, they actually love to make money.
Yeah.
And everybody needs to follow that step. I know the people from your part, they like to be industrious. So, sir, regarding to this, do you feel that other tribes are not as industrious as the Igbo people?
No, I don't think so. I have a lot of Yoruba friends who are very industrious and are doing very well in their
Because
space.
there's this mentality that the economy currently that is being held by the Igbos,
No, I don't believe so. I know a lot of Yorubas.
people that are also
Yeah,
doing
a
very
lot of
well.
Northerners who I know personally myself, and they're doing very well.
So it's not just a tribal
No, it's
thing
not a
that
tribal.
Igbos, they can go to any country, they can do any kind of work, they are hustlers and all of that.
No, I don't. I personally, I don't think so.
You are not of that
Mm,
opinion.
I don't think so.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, lastly, I would like to seek for your advice for the upcoming people in the industry, people who also want to become a pastor. What advice do you have to give to them?
Pastor, you don't just want to become a pastor. It has to be a call.
Okay, so people who have the call and they don't even know where to go to or what to do.
First of all, is to have a mentor,
A mentor.
someone who is going to help you in the process. Like Samuel, when God called him, he didn't know what that call was all about. And the Bible said he went to Eli and said that there's this call I receive whenever I'm sleeping. And Eli told him, he said, when next you hear that call, now say, Father, here I am, I'm listening. You know, so in ministry, that's why we have this fatherhood in ministry, where you have a father, somebody who would help you,
Mentor you,
mentor
allow you
and
grow.
and help you practically to get into ministry and start your full potential in the kingdom.
So for the viewers at home, anybody that has the calling of God, they should not get scared. The first thing is for them to get a mentor that would see them.
No, the
through growth.
first thing is a call.
The call.
You have to be sure that there's a call.
There's a call.
Yes, that's to be sure there's a call. Then the next is to get a mentor, or get into Bible school, and from there you go into the ministry.
So the Bible school too is very important.
To me, not necessarily, because it's a call. Now people who goes to Bible school, I didn't go to a Bible school.
Okay.
I didn't go to a Bible school. Or I studied my Bible myself, and this is who I am today. So there are people who go to the Bible school who, for them to get, to become better in what they do. So it's something that if you have that zeal, that will to go learn,
To do.
go ahead.
You're a
and
reader. You love to read.
love
So
to
I'm
read,
sure the Bible school is just. You
No, it's
don't. You
not
can
just.
read.
It's not
without
just. The
going to
Bible
the
school is
Bible
not
school.
just. It's not just. It's
Okay.
not just. It's something. There's a lot of things you need to learn in the Bible school. The ethics in the ministry.
Okay.
Administrative part of the ministry. The logo. No, there's a whole lot involved in.
So it's not just about knowing the scripture.
No. No.
So it's like knowing how to run
You
the
have to
structure.
run the structure, the ministry,
structure.
and a whole lot of the.
Oh, I never thought of this before. I actually felt, Bible school is just for you to know the scripture and know God.
No.
So it's beyond knowing
It's
the
beyond
scripture
just
and
the
knowing
scripture.
God.
There's the psychological part of the ministry. There's the literal part of the ministry. There's a whole lot, the logo, the rema. There's a whole lot
Managing
involved.
people,
Managing
resources and
people,
everything.
And a whole lot in Bible school. Well, I actually did this myself, studying this myself. So, well, I advise anyone who have that zeal to please go to Bible school, who get professional, be best in what you want to do. And the heaven is the beginning place to start from.
Wow. So I've had an amazing experience listening to you. Thank you so much for honoring the call to come on the show. It's been a fantastic one. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Pastor
very much.
Okonkwo. We need to come to the end of the show today, and it was an amazing time with Pastor Okonkwo discussing Forex to ministry, to youth, and a lot of things. Thank you so much for watching today's edition of the TOD Show. Catch you guys on the next episode next week. Thanks for watching the TOD Show. I remain your host, Abayomi Odunola.